which is the best part. So
Oh,
anybody, yeah, like I'm using the GeForce experience to do this shit, and it does all right. You know, I can on the fly start it and just be like, global keys, start this program wherever I am. So single button to start this was easy. It was fun. But it's a problem because little things like what game are you playing, it doesn't really come up that well. So I have to go back at the end of like a bunch of them and be like, no, that's not Heroes of the Storm. No, that's not. That's not Smite. You
oh,
know,
did you see the Heroes of the Storm announcement?
I did not.
It's officially going into maintenance mode, meaning that there will be no more further content for the game.
I
It
mean,
will only it
so
will only be doing like bug fixes and random balance checks later at some point.
I hate to say that that's fine. They kind of reached a pretty good limit. Like Heroes taught me how to see beyond the character that I'm playing and a little bit more of here are a bunch of characters if I'm making sense, and like how they interact, you know. So instead of trying to make Sivir do a bunch of things Sivir can't do, I'm now recognizing why Sivir has those limitations because of this. And it has a really good balance for itself on that. And so to continuously add things to it and disimbalance it means you have to consistently do that. I get why they wouldn't want to. It's at a good place. If they do the balances, that's even better than I would have hoped for. When you said no more maintenance, I thought you were just going to be like, so you can play bot matches, but it's probably just going to stay that way. If they're going to do balancing, then they're already showing it more love than it seemed to have in the first place.
Yeah, they said they're going to come in and occasionally do balance issues and then do updates so that people can still play it if like graphics things change or whatever, just like they do with like Diablo 2. Well, the old Diablo, I guess now that is not a problem,
Yeah.
um, but you know when they did stuff with their server nonsense, yeah, Buka's Yale. Like she's in there with oh
What
oh
was I? Dude, I was just on a whole tirade and I forgot we were streaming.
what is this? I don't want to take that much damage.
Yeah, so bad. I can't disagree that I like this card, but I think I'm going about it the wrong way in
Well,
terms of this.
once again, I am 6 cards in, and I have not drawn a land that wasn't in my opening hand. My commander costs 4. Do you see my problem here?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
My commander costs 4. Do you see my problem here? So,
Oh yeah,
come
yeah, yeah.
on, game. Well, also, so I started doing uh, number changes with my stuff for Arena. And ever since I edited like how much of what I put into a deck, I have not run into this problem. But this is why I haven't edited, so I'm running into this problem.
I too seem to no longer be picking up mana, and it's kind of
Yeah,
a
but
problem.
you got dudes. Right? I am not gonna I cannot take 8 damage a bunch of times in a row. I've also thrown 2 cards in my graveyard trying to find lands.
Hold on, I'm gonna go up and try to change the stream to the
Well,
appropriate thing here. I know I'm so bad at this. I don't know how to do it. I like spend. I have two tabs open all the time, being like, here's my channel, so I can watch the daily dashboard because it's saying it right now that we're watching Warframe. And that's just not the managed stream. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Edit stream info. Here we go. There we go. Take out Heroes of the Storm. How Are you not gonna have Arena listed in this stupid streaming service?
Try MTGA.
I know, but if GTA. No results. No, I'm
Oh,
sorry. MTGA. No. I guess just Magic the Gathering. That'll work.
yes, Magic together.
I guess it's implied on some extent, but dude, I mean, like, it was listed. Like, what the fuck? Come on, am I asking too much? Am I? How mad am I? Just, it took way too long for all that shit to kick in.
You know, I'm still on 3 lands and just played a Thassa's Oracle to put a land on top of my library. I don't want to hear it.
Hi, I'm Jiang Yanggu, and this is Mo Wu.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Be your best self.
That's unfortunate. That worked out very well, actually. Yeah, because it just topples, right? Yeah.
Oh, you're only getting a plus because I have an enchantment on the field.
Hilarious. I didn't even look.
Well, this needs to happen.
I'm not a fan of that.
Oh, you could have just killed me.
Oh. Oh. Every time. Every time. If the world knew how many games I lost by 1 to you to learn how important one life is.
Hey, you didn't put the +1/+1
The
counter out.
Yeah.
I go away.
Reverse.
Dude, you get a haste creature or whatever, I'm done. That's not a haste creature.
Better. It's, I don't know, obstinance. That's it. Because it needs to be power 4, so there's no sense in trying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
No time
And
for a break.
that's what I mean. Like, I've seen I've lost games to Colossal Majesty. Can't get it to work for me. Right? Took the theory right out of another deck, made this a copy of another deck that was very successful with it, and I've thrown it in there, and it just seems to be very cumbersome. I have an Enchantress's Presence in my hand, right? So, another enchantment that costs 3. Now, the benefit would have been playing Enchantress first, but for a moment, I believed I was going to have something big enough to be able to proc the other one, right? Now, at this point, I'm really just feeling stupid because now I played them out of order, plus I didn't. So there's, like, kind of a deeper sense of loss, I guess. I'm doing this to see if I can improve my mana capabilities. Don't think I'm trying to be cute.
No!
Now, it's that kind of action that makes me feel like
Kill my Teferi. Don't not kill my Teferi. That is just
I'll
gonna
have a
give me
better
cards.
plan next time.
dude, you know, it's a done deal.
Alright. I will finally cast my commander. Take this.
The past tense would be Muldrifted.
Mole drifted.
From a Muldrifter.
I've been mole drifted.
It doesn't receive well. Hearing that doesn't sound right.
You're like, no. Oh, now you can't put a counter on it, or you lose the ability to tap a mana.
Dude, I know, right? Well, that's why it didn't happen the last time, is because I don't make a practice of it to make sure that I don't do that. You know what I mean? Because, like, what good is it if I give it one creature a +1/+1 counter and then it's dead?
Okay, what do I do here?
They banned the red-white girl. What happened there?
Winota,
And what format was that? Can you...
Explorer.
I don't... what the shit are all these different types that just are just 2v, 1v1 games?
So they allow like different sets. So like standard is the last like 2 like years of Magic, and it rotates after it reaches a certain point. Historic was supposed to be all of the cards that rotated out of standard, minus like the cards that are a little too strong got banned, but then they fucked it up with alchemy. So now they needed to come up with another thing, which is explore. So in paper Magic, you have standard, which is like the newer stuff. You have pioneer, which is like I don't remember the actual set that it starts, but it's like extended standard. Modern is Mirrodin and Forward. Legacy is like anything in the game of Magic minus like a few things, and then Vintage is legitimately everything in Magic.
Strength.
So
Did you see
basically,
Did you see that 4/4 distance I just went to?
Get him out of here. Whatever.
But he ain't attacking.
Basically the formats are for limiting the card pool, and people like playing certain things because cards or whatever.
Okay, but when does it become addressed for the thing that would be like to be done? Like, I want to be able to play Magic. I understand the games of Magic. We have it set up in effect to be able to do this, but the game doesn't really want to recognize and or celebrate that we can do this, right? Like, is the overall point that I'm supposed to take from Wizards right now that they'd rather try to amp up all the new cards that they can possibly sell rather than having thousands of us, hundreds of thousands of us playing these old matches with cards we only bought once? Hey, if it gets political and you don't want to answer, you don't have to. It's fine.
No,
But you don't gotta be swinging at me with no 5/5 Dream Traveler Trawler. It's trawling. It's trawling.
it is trolling.
It's trawling. No, look at you. Look at you.
It's trolling.
This is what my friends look like. Now I'm dead.
I mean, I was
He
at
didn't-
one a second ago. You know what?
He didn't
Shut up.
mean to. He didn't mean to.
There. I actually didn't mean to kill you there, but
Well, I took the action.
it is
Action taken.
I did not actually did
All
not
that
mean
work-
to kill you there.
All that work for a 4/4 for a card draw that never came. I can't use. I could have drawn up a number worm to get one more turn out of it, right? My 7/7 that would have died. Yeah, that's alright, dude.
I mean, I was at one that game.
I'm just saying, like, it's frustrating to me because this isn't an unpopular way to play the game. It's not anything of that nature, but a lot of effort is made to make sure that it's kind of available, and then the things that really I want to do, I can't.
Well, so I think they have Friendly Brawl, and Friendly Brawl is you can play whatever you want with your friends. Like, you can even play all the band cards or whatever, it doesn't matter. But you can't hop on the ladder and play under Historic Brawl because there is no Friendly Brawl ladder.
No, but I get that. At the same time, I'm not trying to play a ladder. I'm trying to play with my friends.
Yeah, so you can just play Friendly Brawl with your friends.
Yeah, but like, make it available for us, because like the more that people are playing and playing with their friends, the more likely they are to want to play a ladder.
So you
Right.
think they should make a Friendly Brawl ladder?
No, I just like, okay, so very recently I started doing PvP in Smite, because the bots literally present no challenge. Like, the only reason you do a bot match in Smite, A, is to re-familiarize yourself with the controls, but B, really just to see what happens if you can get your build off and like how quickly you really own the match without resistance because you have a strong build. You know what I mean? You can measure
Yeah.
the strength of your build. That's literally about it though, right? So I start playing PvP and I'm like, wow, I'm doing really, really good. Now, all I've ever done is just paid attention to the aspects that I had to in the PvE mode, which made me have to focus on overextending. When am I, putting myself at needless risk, bullshit like that. I turned around and I started playing this to other games, and I'm like, hey, as it turns out, I'm doing pretty good, and I've got a pretty good understanding for it, right? And so, like, my desire to want to play,
What is that guy? He has afflict. I haven't seen afflicted forever.
right? I saw that come up too. I was like, what?
Oh.
Come again?
Oh, that's a problem.
A little bit.
I will say that this is still that deck that I haven't edited. Maybe I should edit it. Maybe I should.
So that's the thing, is I was looking at mine being like, since mine are so formulaic, what are some of the basic formulas I put in that I would enjoy, screwing around with a little bit. And
Playing. Oh, Liliana. I was not expect. I didn't even look.
so
I saw that you were mono black, but
oh, you're very unlikely. You know what? I don't even fucking care.
what?
You can
Not
watch
black. I'll lose life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and you get a zombie token? My God, I didn't know. I forgot
Dude,
you
the
got
whole
a
turn
zombie
was
token.
open the graves. That was my turn.
Oh,
I
I'm sorry.
Slow.
That was the whole turn. You're right. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I wouldn't have blocked. I would not have blocked.
Well, that's why I was like, okay, and then I was like, what are you, just being obstinate? What the shit?
You like open the graves, attack you. I'm like, whatever.
Okay. Why won't it let me play Liliandra?
It's
I literally have
Um,
6 mana. Why won't it let me play Liliandra? It just says next to combat, dude. Okay, that was weird. That was
I was like, I
fucking
don't have the answer to that question, to be
Fucking
honest.
weird. I was like, dude, I didn't do anything. I play a land. Alright, yeah, and then we're just gonna create a zombie. I'm cool with that. Alright, yeah.
Smelly, but
Another zombie will attack. Yeah, zombies.
Yeah, zombies.
Right. My point is like, rather than making a multiplayer unit, they make us go through menus to set it up. That's really obnoxious, right? Like, I should just be able to join a very simple banded unit to be like, me and Keith want to play a game. Here's the game type, right? Like, we shouldn't have to, like, roll the Rubik's Cube to make sure we match each other.
Yeah.
More programming went in. All
They
right,
are getting better with the versions of the cards that will load based on what queue you queue up for. That's a thing that's happening.
More effort went into coding it to be bad than went into coding it correctly in the first place.
None of that. That's not a 2/2. Okay. Okay.
I mean, this
Blake.
is just funny.
Get out of my way!
Oh, that's fine.
waste not. They were a lousy servant anyway.
Oof.
I find it useful. I've learned
Draw those cards.
death.
Oh, Gary. Oh, that's pretty legit. I'm at 10.
Death.
That zombie died before
Waste
Elderstone
not,
died.
want not.
Dude, that is a little disappointing a moment. I gotta have that straight face while I just watch zombie just crawl in and out of its grave. Yeah, this was part of the plan.
Effective.
Reassembling skeleton. Wait, what happens? Oh, I give you a creature. Oh, that's weird.
Right. I didn't do too bad with this one, right?
That's going over there.
I mean, like, I gotta wait till turn 6 till shit starts firing off, but, you know, once it does, it's pretty easy to retain a certain amount of power. See? Here we go with that bullshit again. Why you gotta be like that?
You saw it's open information. The card has flashback.
This is hilarious, because it's just gonna die just for me to draw another card.
They were a lousy servant. I'll fight against
This is
you, my
beautiful.
bloody mage. Death. Waste not, want not.
Go.
Let's see. Let's see if we can do this. And like the easy answer is to make us just both sack 2 creatures, but I'm too obstinate for that. No, no, no. No, we have to find a clever way to do this.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I have a clever way to do it though. I really don't. So, well, wait. So would it be better to attack first? No, because you're just gonna bring something back that would be inconsequential anyway, right?
Well, I'll take 2 damage.
Isn't that a long road to go for 2 damage?
Dude, I have 6 life. No, it's a third of my health.
Okay. Okay, so let me go to combat then, and I guess it's not the worst thing I've done, right?
And you'll get the draw 2 cards.
Right, yeah.
They were a lousy servant.
Stupid
I'll
zombie.
find use for you later.
No. All of that is dumb, Drew. Just let it play. Like, just let it play.
Dude, I would just keep casting Reanimating Skeleton and paying 2 mana to draw 2 cards.
Well, hear me out, right? Watch.
You failed to entertain me.
What?
Death won't conquer me so easily.
No,
Hilarious.
not doing it. It's the only thing I got.
She's off the table already, so I can't just bring the skeleton in now, can I?
You won't draw a card.
I'm fine with it. Okay.
I mean, you could always just pay 8 mana and replay it, and then do it again. I just didn't want you to do that and then also be able to play something else. Oh, like Cauldron. I wasn't ready
No,
for.
no, don't worry, we're fine.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Oh. Okay. That seems a little weird, but. Oh, I discarded my card draw spell.
Sorry, I had a little moment there. That was really dumb of me,
Stupid
actually,
cat.
because I forgot I was gonna die instantly.
Just throwing the cats out there to die.
I don't even have a real answer at this point. I'm really kind of upset.
Dude, you have cards in your mono black deck. However, you can't kill my creature.
Like, no. No. Hold on, I can do this, okay?
Yep, that works. You put it on your guy.
I mean, okay, right? Because, okay,
Yeah.
right.
So now at least she has lifelink, right?
So I have to discard cards, but I do have a bunch of land, and I'm looking up, and I could probably get rid of a couple of them.
Also, remember, if you discard creatures, you can just pay 2 life and reanimate a creature from your graveyard.
Are you for real?
Yo, Cauldron of Eternity does more than one thing. You don't even know what the card you paid 12 mana for?
God, yeah, but it also costs 3. I thought you meant just for 2 life. I was like, for just 2 life? Why didn't I play this sooner, right? Like, I'd be doing that shit. I would have thrown that Shadow Spear on there and started that up. It's 3 mana and 2 life, and that
Well, I
makes more
mean,
sense.
I'm just saying, when you move to discard, remember, if you discard a creature, it's very easily obtainable for 3 mana and 2 life.
Yeah, it is.
So,
Yeah,
you discard a 1/1 and 2 lands.
I don't want to talk about it.
I am the master here.
Fuck that. Just fuck that. Get creatures
Never
back.
hurt anyone.
Oh, I got a slug. Oh, you're a zombie versus my slug. What are you gonna do? Oh, Gutterbone. Oh, tapped.
Yeah, but you know, skeletons and zombies versus giant mutant slug. You wouldn't watch that movie?
I would
Doesn't
definitely
even
watch
need a
that.
premise. It doesn't even need a premise. The premise is it's dark, right? Did you watch Disenchantment?
No, I haven't gotten to it. It's one of the things that me and Michelle are gonna watch. It's on like the list.
I like it. I sincerely do. I watched it on repeat. I think it's mixed very well. I didn't really appreciate my headset until I was watching Disenchantment, and I could note very well that they use cave reverb when they're in a cave. They use very good studio reverb when they're in a room. You know what I mean? And
well, if I play this, I just die, right? Whatever. What do you got? What you got over there, buddy? Let me see it. Let me see what you got.
I can't believe it. I don't have any way to get a second mana in there. Yeah, dude, look at my hand. You're like, you can't do anything about it? I'm like, no, turns out I can't.
Oh wow. No,
Yeah.
turns out-
I just drew the Midnight Reaper, and Whisper is the other creature I didn't decide to immediately throw away because I thought maybe I'd hold on to him. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Whisper's pretty good. I lost 2 life to make you discard that. I lost half
feel
my
like-
life.
I feel
Half
like
of my
I won
life.
that. Yeah, I feel like I won that one. I'm not gonna lie.
I couldn't even attack with my slug. Why did I think Gutterbones couldn't block?
Do not have an answer for that.
I just... Okay.
Uh,
You have a new mystery card!
I kind of feel like it's worth killing Liliandra, but I also feel like it's kind of a waste right now, so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna attack with Gutterbones.
How would you kill her?
Oh, with terrible math skill. My bad.
He was like, he won't block.
Well, you have to, or you die, so it was kind of
Why
a
not?
forced thing, you know. And the whole point was I was gonna sack him anyways, you know, for the card draw, so...
You have 5 mystery cards. I knew your entire hand a minute ago.
Oh, damage. I was like second main phase, why can't I use that mana? I was like, what seems to be the problem here?
How about just something really awesome here?
Rise and shine.
I hope so too. But I really hope it's just a creature wipe more than anything.
Nope. It is this snow-covered plains.
Hey, whatever.
Alright, let's see. See if we can get something cool.
Make it do what it do.
The only thing I can find costs 6. I now have 5 mana.
You have time. I intend on... Hilarious. I don't have an answer for that. Exile fucks everything up.
But it doesn't. This doesn't kill Liliana because it doesn't exile planeswalkers.
No, but it kind of laps at everything that I have on the board, right?
I'm at 3. I'm gonna not do anything. This is my plan.
Oh, are you kidding me? No. Can I not read?
I don't
Wait,
know what you're...
if I what is it? Hold down control to get all your mana?
You press QQ. For black floating.
Right now we're playing. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Your deck is glowing. I don't know what's going on with that. Ah.
I have 12 mana. You know, I've never, whatever.
I will take the action.
This is kind of neat. You're dead.
Yes.
But this is pretty cool, right? Like, Champion of the Parish benefited from that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean.
Gray
Yep.
came in. Yeah, I didn't fully comprehend that was happening, but
I was like, yeah, no, I'm dead. Nope.
And then hold on, I want to view the battlefield. I want to look at this ghoulish precision. Whenever one or more non-creature token. Oh, so that's even if it's yours. Okay, but I only get this ability triggers only once each turn, and this is gonna sound stupid of me. There's no way to make that like trigger twice, even though it says it only triggers once each turn, right? Like if Tessa somehow connected with that, because this ability triggers only once each turn, negates it.
Well, like
from happening
Tessa would copy the ability, so it would happen twice. But what it means is that you can't trigger the ability. Like, so if
those two creatures would count as one instance, and if more creatures did thereafter die, the instances happened.
Yeah.
Right.
I only have 34 lands in this deck. What in the world?
It only costs 2. It only costs 2, and it makes a 2/2 zombie with Decayed, which was something new to me. But Decayed is
it can't block, and it dies after it attacks.
but it still counts as another zombie for free, right? And then the only thing you didn't see from my old, Liliandra deck from before was the Desecrated Tomb or whatever, the 3 cost artifact. Whenever something comes out of the graveyard, make a bat.
Yeah.
A 1 bat, because that combos out very well with stuff like this. What I did do is I have too many things that are kind of reaching into the graveyard to pull things back out, and I need to kind of focus a little bit more on some level of mana generating or getting land out, or card draw. I mean, like, card draw is more likely, because once I got to turn 6, I could put up a good fight, and that was it. Before that, the whole thing is just a clusterfuck, though, because like everything has a cost, but I have no creatures, no anything. That's uncomfortable for me.
You just gotta play more removal. 37 lands? Come on. I don't think. Okay, Thassa's Oracle can go because I'm not playing that deck. Floating over Snow-Covered Island. That's 38 lands.
I did see one of the new specialized cards is going to go into my American Wizards deck.
American Wizard.
Dude, oh yeah. It still has a chance. Like, I haven't given up on it. I just like I don't want I want it to be nice. I need to make a combo deck. I need to focus on trying to make like a red and blue deck or just a nice. Is it worth like? Philosophically, a good blue deck is filled with so many cards that prevent your opponent from winning that no matter what they're doing, they're not gonna win. You can have 120 cards, your opponent's not gonna win. You get what I'm saying? Like
I get.
blue doesn't have to try and beat you as much as it can just discourage you into submission.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's one type of blue. The problem
No,
that people have is they
I
think
don't
that
want to make
blue is
that
just
deck.
like.
I don't want to make
Blue-
that deck because that seems
Yeah, but
obnoxious.
that's not just what blue is, though. People have a tendency to think that blue is just counter spells and bounce, like, or whatever. That's not, right? That's not what blue is, right? Blue is the best at countering spells and the best at bouncing things, but, like, that's not all it does. Blue has flyers, blue has card draw, blue has, like, the ability to copy your opponent's stuff. Like, it can do more than just say no. Like, not every blue deck is Drago. And people have
I
a tendency
understand
to
that, but I'm not trying to frame it in that way as much as blue doesn't try to put things to the graveyard. It's not trying to create a problem right in front of you. Blue dismisses the idea that you're a problem.
I mean, you can play Merfolk.
Yeah, you can also play goblins for Mana Bank, but that's not really the idea when people are like...
Dude, I'm just
you know.
saying, people have this weird thing where they think that blue is, like...
I'm sitting
like-
at the load.
Yeah, like, blue does a lot, right? Like, blue is not the best color in Magic. But...
No, but blue, you know, exiling a creature isn't killing a creature, and I'm using a literal sense, you know, and I'm trying to approach the philosophy from that perspective. And blue doesn't deal damage. Blue will reduce a creature's toughness, but it didn't like kill it, you know. It doesn't affect it affects its power, not its toughness. Typically.
I mean, blue has removal spells.
I don't doubt that. That's not what I'm saying, guy.
I'm just, like...
I hear
don't know.
what you're saying, but it sounds like you're
all
working-
five colors can do the same
Sounds-
thing, right?
sounds
all
like
five
you're-
colors can do the
Listen.
same thing.
Sounds like you're driving mighty south to make a point that I'm not trying to defend.
Hey, man. Just saying. Blue is not that color. Like, realistically, blue is the weakest at doing everything but drawing cards and countering spells. But, you know, you turn around and you can play mono blue aggro. Like, you can play, I guess you can't play blue reanimator. That you can't do.
Keith,
But,
I was given a basic given. Black will just outright kill a creature. Red will outright deal damage. They just throw a problem. That was all I'm implying, right? Blue
Hey, man.
doesn't outright deal damage. Blue says, put those cards in the graveyard. You know? Like, it never actually died because it never actually existed.
can I have another black mana, please? Ooh! Ask and you shall receive.
That's dope. I am jealous of your 8-bit.
Oh, the snow-covered lands?
Yeah.
I have those in real life.
I'm a little
I own that
jelly on
physical card.
I am a little bit jelly on that.
Yeah. I only have one of each. I only have one of each in real life, but I have them.
I have the wrong color mana combination right now.
But you have 2 white or 2 red.
Oh, I do. You're right. Thank you. For some reason, I blanked on what that was. Oh, I think that was why. Well, then, whatever. Yeah, we'll just do that then.
Get that plains.
Oh, all over my face.
The planes?
Well, okay, so when I was bitching about it a second ago is because well, I have Dakos in my hand. He's gonna come out, and I need 2 white. So the whole point was that it didn't put the planes into play. If it had put the planes into play and it was untapped, where I could still have the 2 white with the command tower, I could have played Daxos and it would have been fine. But there was no way around it. Like whether I think I'm still up this way because I at least know I have a land in my hand. We'll see. A lot of stuff has to happen.
None of it needs to happen, okay?
All of it's gonna happen.
Get out of here, Daxos.
Look at that combo. Did you see it?
Yo, I see you gaining a whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Hold that thought.
Well, that
Okay.
is
I will admit that hearing Teferi say "hold that thought" did actually make me laugh because that's really funny.
I'm known for my excellent high. You know what? I'm
This is what I'm doing.
Yep, no, we're doing it.
Oh! Oh no! Alright, no. Can't let Smothering Tide resolve. Sorry, friend. That is something I can't let resolve. That beats... Evenly beating him up, I like that.
You know,
Sometimes you just gotta slap to face.
I don't feel like my turn was in vain because I pulled the counter spell out of you. You know,
You did.
And honestly, that meant that really was the turn to slap down Smothering Tides too, because like I was like, should I play it now or should I try one of my other roads? And I was like, I don't know. I kind of feel like slapping him right now is the time to do it. And you were like, yeah, no, that won't be happening. Good.
Yeah,
That
Smothering-
was it. That was the moment to play it, huh?
Yeah, Smothering Tide, man. It's just... Smothering Tide's like, it traumatizes me from multiplayer.
Skip to the
Like,
good part.
1v1, Smothering Tide actually isn't that strong, right? Like,
Right,
I draw
just
a
a card.
card,
Just a
you
card.
get a treasure.
Right.
But in multiplayer, right, like, if
Four-player,
nobody
five-player.
pays, it's 3 treasure tokens around, if people are only drawing 1 card a turn. So, like, I have like a healthy tier.
By the second time around of realizing nobody having a disenchant, everyone's staring at you with them eyes.
Also, like, the whole point of my deck is to draw cards, because my commander hits you for me drawing cards. You know?
So, alright, well, here we go.
She was like, I didn't think I would get this far.
Guy, I didn't, you know, like, and it's not like it's gonna get super better either. Like,
Resolve.
hilarious.
Did you wish?
Even funnier. No, not in so many ways. I was all like, well, that's really cool, right? And then, like, it dawns on me, like, but I don't have a red source attacking except for Angrat's Marauders, so, like, whatever. Can't stop, won't stop.
I was like, no, it puts them to play tapped and attacking, man.
Dude, that's... hilarious. Make no mistake. I'm 100% all for it right now. The only thing I'm upset about is that Calamity of Conclave should have gone. Oh, it's one or less. What's the I've been spoiled. There's one that does two or less. It's the same thing. It costs one more though. It rightfully costs one red and two, and it does the same thing. It's two or less, and then it deals one damage. Same way.
I don't
And
think
I like that one. That one spoils me.
I don't think I'm getting around this. Alright, I'll play this. Right, because she's a human. So she can't trigger herself.
Correct. No, dude, you're in a clear right now. Like the benefit is that all my beasts were attacking. That was Daxos, and that was that. So
It's funny to me that he's not a human.
dude, it's weird. The whole thing is weird because then it's like, am I putting too many humans in? Yeah, you are, Drew. Because like then when you need a beast and you have a wall, awesome. And for what it's worth, I have the human in my hand that really kind of is the surprise one.
Is it one that gives all tag users double strike?
Basically.
Oh.
So like, yeah, I can hard cast it, but you know.
Surprise!
Right?
Supplies!
Shut up, that was the funniest shit in the world. He opened the supply closet. And it's like, you know, it's just one right now, right?
Yeah.
So I'm
It's
picking
whatever
up
his
one more.
power is.
If I have the one more floating, it should auto pay that one. Yeah, auto pay it. Good. I'm trying to be like quasi mana specific on the same thing here. This is my turn because I have nothing, dude. So like you can go balls to wall and decide that you hate me.
Dude,
I wish I could say it's threatening, but yeah,
this is what I got.
fair enough.
I mean, you can still beat me for Prime, right?
Awesome. I have no interest in doing so.
Okay.
It's just not where my deck's at now.
Alright, we're gonna... finally gotta cast my commander.
So did I tell you the funniest thing I saw in the news related to gaming recently?
No. No, you have not.
Man spends equivalent of $44,000 to
Keep up
buy
the pace.
stock in Nintendo to appear at next board meeting to ask board members why gems are sitting on the table. Like, why aren't we working on a new F-Zero? That's just F-Zero multiplayer, right? Wouldn't you play the old F-Zero if we could all log in as one of those racers and be one of the 16 racers on that map? That would be an improvement. That would reinvigorate.
wouldn't.
How
I
fucking
wouldn't.
hard can that be? Do you get me? And so
do.
the point is, the dude spent $44,000. Like, it was Japanese yen that he bought, but it was the equivalent of. But he spent that money to basically be on the board meeting to be like, you guys sit there talking about wanting to make money, spend all this time doing AAA game research and development. You have titles that are right there just begging that you don't owe any royalties to anyone, no complications. You know what I mean? Why not just make good games? And I don't know, it got me really mad thinking about like how the whole ride up, the whole time it's always been, you know, gaming isn't a real industry. This is an entertainment district. And it's like, okay, but our entertainment district has been established as an entertainment district the entire time, while every other district comes around being like, well, yeah, this is, you know, we're doing our performance, but, you know, it's for entertainment value. And somebody is getting that reality check that it's like, oh, it's not really like that. This is just entertainment value. It's like, yeah, dude, it's kind of just entertainment value. You know, that's what it is. You know, well, okay, but we know entertainment value is what people want. Whether you're going to the club, watching a concert, playing a new video game, or seeing a movie. People fucking do this, right? This isn't new. They know there's money in it. Why is there a struggle about it? right? But there's never a reason for them not to be like, well, we got to take this new title that we haven't tried out, or we got to buy all these rights to this popular name brand, and we'll do a thing that isn't quite what people want, but you know. And I'm like, I feel it. This dude went up there and asked a simple question. Here's a great title you own the entire rights to that people would pay, you know? The minute that people had an Oculus, the first idea I had if I worked for Nintendo would have been to make Pilot Wings virtual. How could you not improve on that?
Just, it's time to see if Arena breaks.
Between me streaming, never stop.
Gotta see if Arena breaks.
Okay, it's not targeting me. Okay, you know what? Hold up. We're not going nutty here. I'm seriously just clear in hand. Okay, trying to be
Sure.
real clear on this. Okay.
What does that do?
I think it's gonna let you draw a card. So I
I
think
don't-
I'm gonna...
I can't move the S percent until trigger
No,
to
it's fine,
read.
dude. I didn't mean for it to go off, but like the
Okay, ready?
So again, when we talk about the quality of product, now I'm glad we're streaming, right? This is the shit I'm talking about. Like a lot of work went in to make sure that this was gonna happen. This is the product. This is what they wanted to see. They can't just look up and be like, you drew X cards, so it will go off X times. It has to animate. There can't be a rule that says, let's increase the frequency so that no matter how many times this goes off, it should always take this amount of time. And it can say time 7. I don't need to physically see it put 7 on there. I trust the game. Oh, so good. So I'd like to point out again, all I had was Daxos, because I already had the humans I wanted in my hand.
You gotta have more, man.
I should
You know what works extremely well with Winona? Things like
Oh no, hold on. We'll
the
play that
lands?
again.
or whatever lands,
We could play that again.
the lands that turn to creatures or whatever.
I got creatures, son. Don't worry. I had goblins.
Okay. I'll try something a little new.
I'm sorry, I'm doing the same thing I was just doing.
It's fine. Like Winona's strong or whatever, but I had a very lucky early game board wipe and Meat Hook Massacre. Oh, and I go first? Holy. Oh, yeah.
I have no red mana in my hand.
I mean, that's what mulligans are for.
Yeah, probably right, yeah. Like, 'cause I was like, it looks promising. I'm like, yeah, it does. How many times has it lied to you?
He times doesn't lie to you.
Patterns, man. I want them to recognize that they're, like, in any of the games, the whole point of the other thing there is that, like, so much work has to go into it to try to be like, hey, this shit is worth its weight, you know, why are we struggling like this?
That wasn't how that turn was supposed to go.
That's alright, I fucked up too. I was so excited I had the red mana, I played it first. And it wasn't the fucking idea.
I do not attack you for 0. No, Arena. Ah, Daxos. It's still weird to me that Daxos is not a human.
Okay, so I saw a couple of cards that I was gonna add into the deck because of that, because it's weird shit at times where it's like I'm making soldiers and I'm like, but we're not human soldiers, they're just soldiers, huh? Like,
Mhm.
it's just a weird classification for it, and it's like, was it intended to have synergy with this card in that instance? Is there like
I think it's because Daxos used to be a human, and that face, that mask he has on his arm.
well, doesn't he count as an enchantment too, though?
Yeah, he's an enchantment creature. What it is that
right.
Daxos died, and then went to Theros' underground, which he became one of the guys that are down there with like those masks on, and then Heliod blessed them, and he became a demigod and took off his mask and whatever.
Gave myself hiccups. Hold on.
What?
Alright, my turn.
No. I hope you whiff. Well, you didn't whiff. You definitely didn't whiff.
Right. I'm mad because I could have done better. Like, if I had done the stupid hand in the order I should have, like, it would have been a much better hand all around.
This isn't good enough for you?
Nope. Not in the place where I take the play test from. No. Yes, the turn is good enough for me. My idiocy on the overall, like, when I initially played, I wanted to play the 2 planes so I could play Daxos on turn 2, and I threw a mountain down. Like, it just pushed everything back. You got me?
Hmm? I just take a bunch of damage here, right? You get that person. You get the human that gives all your creatures double strike and I die, right?
I mean, if it comes up, but I could always opt not to if you're trying to do a thing too.
No. I'm just...
Oh, yeah, because those were all soldiers. Yeah.
Yeah, those are...
Yeah.
Those are not humans.
So I know you're on the edge of your seat, but had I played Daxos on turn 2, turn 3 would have looked like this. In which case, all of those things coming into play would have been hilariously just one step more. You got
I
me?
feel like that's unnecessary.
Is it unnecessary? You can tell me that.
I don't feel you should put Helion and Daxos in every deck that's white.
Well, here's my thing. Right now you have a 2/6, and I just want to make sure that my Daxos isn't gonna die, right? I don't feel like I'm being greedy.
I don't feel like that. He was a 2/7, right? He wasn't small. What?
Can I play? Yeah, no, I forgot again that I'm doing that. And then there's that's a human. Great. Okay, so this should be it. That's your point, right? Whiff.
I was like, if you're whipping, you're whipping at all.
Whiff.
Okay.
1 guy. Both of these guys that came out are coming out. It was 1, right? So I just want you to know that we've gone through 18 cards. I have pulled out 2 viable cards. That's it.
And one
Oh
of
my
them
God.
is
Oh my god.
one of them is Robert of the Witch.
Don't start.
All I'm saying is that there are much better humans.
I cannot.
Why is
believe
Robert
it.
of the Witch even in the deck?
Because he's viable. I haven't gone back through to like cut it down. Like I said, I may have
Is he
too many.
viable?
He's a human, so he can be a human that can come in attacking.
Yeah, or he could... You're not trying to sneak in 2-drop stroke. Why are you sneaking in 2? You could just cast 2-drop.
Yes, Keith, I'll probably take him the fuck out of the deck at some point, alright? No, there hasn't been a time I've been like, oh thank Christ, there's Robber of the Rich. Haste.
I'm doing
He
mad.
has haste.
It's 25. So even if I block, so I have to block this and this to stay alive.
I mean, it tracks, dude. Those are the biggest attacking things I have. It doesn't make sense to block anything else.
Well, I'm just saying.
Can
I think I have to, or I die.
Yeah.
Well,
I think, to be fair, I added Heliod so that I can give all the creatures lifelink, because I consistently think if I pay 2, you know, 1 white and 1, all my creatures get lifelink, and it's not target creature gets lifelink, you know?
I mean, that's two manas, man.
So you think Heliod is kind of an unnecessary...
I think Heliod is a combo card. He should never go to anything except for things that are trying to combo.
Fair. Okay, so I could take out Heliod. What do you think about the Grim Initiate, though? Zombie Warrior, first strike, it dies, making a mass. I mean, like, the concept still being that the Amass Army, too, is a non-human creature I control, right? Is that brand, or is that thirsty?
It's fine. My problem is that
Listen, Robber of the Rich will come out, right? Victory is Envoy, right? I like that. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 creature, counter on each creature you control. That's a pretty good card, right? I'm not terribly mad that's there. Benlish Marshal, not terribly mad. Other creatures get +1/+1. Robber of the Rich needs to come out. I get that. Heliod, I could arguably pull out. Like, there are cards I need to still do and pull out, and... am I making sense?
I think that anything that will trigger Winota needs to have haste. Because you're trying to play a bunch of dudes before you play Winota.
No,
right?
I'm hearing you.
Because like you wanna have Winota out and then play a dude and attack with it, right? You don't wanna, because I'm playing 3-color big dudes, but if I had any removal spell and I just would like pick off your not humans, right? They're not doing anything. So they need to be able to come into play and swing immediately. Captain Lannery Storm.
That's what you mean, right? Which might be the only arguable reason that Robber of the Rich was in there, you know? But
he doesn't trigger Winota.
Well, that's the thing. Having a poor understanding of everything, when he comes in, he already missed his card's function, and he's just attacking for 4.
Yeah.
You get me? So like,
well, he's only attacking. He's really only attacking for 2. The only reason why he's big is because of Heliod's counter and the Marshal.
I meant right now. You know what? Just for being mean.
He's saying he's a 2/2 for 2. You're not sneaking him in the play, man.
With everything on the board, are you interested in playing it out? I can do a controlled number of creatures.
Yeah, whatever, man.
No, I'm asking you. Would you prefer I do a controlled number of creatures, or do you just want me to just go?
Oh, I've already played this deck a bunch today. Whatever. You wanna kill me again? This deck is fun.
All right, I'm gonna attack with 3. We'll see what happens. Ostensibly 18 cards. Okay. That's sad because I wish these were in separate hands. You're right. Heliod is really obnoxious. I'm not enjoying this every turn. I don't mind Daxos because I don't really have to do anything, right?
Yeah.
Like you just gain a life. That's all that goes on there. But
that utility knife.
I don't know how I feel about her being in the deck. The one I just played there, Danitha. I really like the card for like a lot of reasons, but at the same time, it's such a it feels like a stretch. Like, I like that she has all of these things about her for the most part. The first strike, vigilance, lifelink. I like that aura and equipment spells cost less.
More creatures than I can block. So I don't block. first strike damage.
Well, saves us some time. So I'm gonna take a quick minute to go through and take some of these cards out and take a look at this then.
Yeah.
Because I do understand what you're saying. Like, creatures with haste are really where it's gonna come into it, where you cannot stop this from happening right now. When I have to play a creature and then go, you know, you know.
I do know.
Alright, so, like I said, I want to take out Robber of the Rich. I'm going to take out... I have Basri Ket because I can do the -2 and make that many 1/1 white soldiers. I feel like that's still a benefit. Is he kind of reaching too?
I don't know. Which one is that one?
2 white and 1. For his +1/+1/+1 counter on target creature, it gains indestructible at the end of turn. -2 whenever one or more non-token creatures attack this turn.
Oh no,
create
he's okay because he makes not human tokens, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, but like at the same time, I don't like. I also recognize I'm going thirsty, right? Danitha is a human knight, so she is an answer to Winona, and not terrible. Like I said, first strike, vigilance, and lifelink isn't terrible, especially when you can add indestructible to it. But like, that's it, right? Like, I'm really hoping that she comes in because I drew her, and she's not even benefiting the people around her. Do you kind of get me on that?
Mm-hmm.
So I should drop her then, right? Well, before I should look at others and think, because I have a Thunderous Orator, and I do like that. It's a core wizard for 1, right? It's a 2/2, 1 white and 1. It's a core wizard, has vigilance. Whenever Thunderous Orator attacks, it gains flying until the end of the turn if you control a creature with flying. Same is true for first strike, double strike, death touch, indestructible, lifelink, menace, and trample. That makes him, you know, mimic. He mimics the other people, you know, it's very useful. So I kind of liked having other creatures in there with the abilities, but then, like, I'll think about it. Heliod is coming out. Linden the Steadfast Queen. It's a hard cast of 3 white in a multicolored deck, but whenever a white creature I control attacks, I gain 1 life. Am I just forcing myself to stay alive with 1 more turn and complicating creatures?
I mean, the life gain really shouldn't matter if you're playing aggressive enough.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it's putting counters on creatures, and I've already won. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop her because like it's 3 white, so like yeah, that's not easy. That's not easy. The Benlish Marshal, that's only acceptable in because I'm expecting him to be pulled in that. Oh, I guess I was expecting her to be pulled in, but then that's just complicated. He just gives them all +1/+1. That's all I want. The Utility Knife human. Am I going thirsty with the Utility Knife?
Hey man, I would not play that at all.
It's just as a rule.
Yeah.
Wait,
you know,
wait, okay.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Okay. So my take on it. Oh. So, because it only triggers once each. What if it didn't trigger once each turn? What if it triggered under every instance?
We don't need to worry about that question.
I feel like speculation isn't a terrible idea for a
No.
few seconds.
If the card was a different card,
Yes,
then
but
yes, it would be a better card if it wasn't that card.
I'm admitting to reading this too quickly and not adhering to this can only trigger once each turn. You know what I mean? Like, that bothers me a little. Like, yes, that's out. And if it did it every turn, yes, true, then it wouldn't be a problem. Yes, true.
Yes.
Sigrid the God Favored. First strike, protection from gods. Exile
I hate
one
that
attacking.
card.
Why? Like, you hate it?
So it's
bad,
never
you
going to
hate-
do anything if it comes into play. It has protection from an irrelevant creature type. What are you going to do? You're going to attack with it, put into play, exile one of your dudes?
So, okay. Oh. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Anax the Hardened, because he makes satyrs and he himself is not a human.
I mean, he's okay.
Right?
He at least gets you dudes.
And, okay, that was the kind of idea I was running with. I have Chandra, the Acolyte of Flame, because you're getting the elementals, which kind of seemed like it had good returns.
Yeah,
But
I
I
like
can't.
the elementals.
Okay, because I was back and forth being like, I could get like pretty much anything to do that, and it's no different than. But okay, I have Hortling Outburst to create 3 Goblin tokens, but that's not Goblin tokens with haste, is it?
No.
And Krenko makes goblins, and Legion Warboss makes goblins. He makes it with haste. But Legion Warboss is kind of a slow approach to the whole thing, too.
It is, but I mean,
Now,
um,
Raid Bombardment and Cavalcade of Calamity. I have them in there. They could be in there as filler cards. Raid Bombardment is the one that says 2 or less that I thought I was doing it with. You know? Neither of them are really necessary. Should I take them out, or should they
if
just fire
anything
when they do?
is not necessary, you should take it out.
Okay, because while I am attacking, and while, the soldiers will come into play and deal that 1 damage, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, they come into play attacking, so they don't come into play and then trigger it, so they have to make it through the first round. And then if whatever Benlish thing is out there giving them all +1/+1, they're disqualified from one of them right there. Which makes turn 2 in question now, you know? I have a Swiftblade Vindicator. I feel like it's in there for the Oracle. I should take that out because it doesn't have it doesn't have haste, right?
Doesn't have haste.
Doesn't have haste. It's out.
What is this?
Sunhome Stalwart is a human soldier 2/2 mentor. Yup, he's gone. I'm embarrassed that was on the table. Never mind.
He's like thinking about it. He's like, but
I couldn't-
maybe?
It was one of those I couldn't see the flag forest for the flag tree, you know? I was standing too close to one to see the others. I was like, wow, it's nothing but that.
Nothing but that.
I have Risona Asari Commander, Human Samurai. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I've had it come up a couple times and decided yes and no. It's a 3/3 with haste, but it's a human. Whenever it comes in, deals combat damage to a player. If it doesn't have an indestructible counter on it, put an indestructible counter on it. If combat damage is dealt to me, remove the indestructible counter from it. Kind of like a fighting pariah, you know? And like I kind of like that, right? That's not terrible, but like it's not winning me the game, but it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it stops her from dying once.
Well, not her, stops me. Because whenever the combat damage is dealt to me, oh, it doesn't. Oh,
No.
yeah, no, reading that, so not quite what I thought it meant at all. It does not prevent the damage and remove the indestructible counter for Minosa. She just doesn't have the indestructible counter anymore, right?
This is the indestructible guy.
Yeah, she can go. But Tajik, Legion's End, dude can stay. He is a human soldier with haste. No, I'm making jokes. I have him because he prevents all non-combat damage. Basically it. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
anti-red. He does have haste. He does have mentor. Yeah, back and forth. Keeping my Farfinder. The Abzan Battle Priest I like. Each creature you control, the +1/+1 counter has lifelink on it, because I do hand those out pretty well. But that was also a thing of the past, too, because I'm not really trying to aim that direction right now. Right, so he's out. Halvar, the Battle God. So
Alvar.
creatures you control that are enchanted or equipped have double strike. Oh, that was definitely on par with Utility Knife. Quande, Pride of Furfmir, and Femiref. I feel like he's definitely like reaching on a theme. He's out. That one can stay. That can stay. That can stay. That can stay. That can stay. Blade Historian, I like. The creatures I attack have double strike. That's not terrible. I have the Boar God. I think he was in there as filler. Is he just a high cost filler?
The boar god.
Well, because he's kind of doing the variants on the theme, you know? And then it's like, what am I putting into play? Well, I hope I'm putting in a creature, right? But
Hmm.
we're already attacking, so everything's already kind of going off already, right? So the Boar God doesn't put something in, and then that's going to trigger Winona, right?
Oh yeah, if she's already attacking, then no.
Okay, so I'm going to take that out, because that's what I mean. Like, there are stuff that I have that's like, it's there and it's not, you know? I've literally seen Fiery Emancipation, Angrath's Marauders, and Talbrand come into play more often than the off chance of any of that other nonsense. Now I'm down 14 cards, so that's gonna suck. I'm gonna have to go look for haste creatures.
14 cards.
And is there any way for me to tell it non-human specifically under creature type? Like, I know it has
There's
codes
probably a
everywhere.
command for it. I don't know the commands off the top of my head.
I don't see one for exclude. like like you can isolate the phrase, oh wait, does not equal, but it's not for the text codes, it's for the power codes.
Uh, She's like, why?
Well, you get what I'm
Why is-
saying? Like, I just wanted to, like, must not include human, right? Like, easy peasy again. I think more work went into coding it to be a piece of shit than went into coding it to make it useful.
He's like, just saying, right? This could be better.
Well, if Diablo Immortal is bringing in 2.5 million, it's probably because they're willing to admit what their profits are in some asinine laughing way, being like, with all the bad press we have, people are still flocking to give us the money anyways. Okay, not gonna tell people what to do with their money. That's exactly what capitalism is.
Um, you know,
But, but, you can't tell me that they're not making money. And what the hell, Alright, so
I
creatures, right? Because creatures would cover the whole damn thing. And I really don't want to be spending above 3 mana. Is that arguably sound?
mean, I wouldn't want to spend a bunch, but um,
Okay, because I already know one thing I should have in here if I don't, and that's the thing that gives all my creatures haste. Arguably, there's no reason not to have that.
haste. There's a bunch of cards that give creatures haste nowadays.
There
I don't
wasn't,
know.
There
I
wasn't
don't
when
know.
we started, and it was hilarious because I remember I was playing it and I was playing with cats and I'd sit there just looking and there'd be like a couple of goblins and I'm like, yeah, this is actually a lot more prevalent than they're letting on right now. It's like they're kind of making it look like it's kind of a specialized thing. Okay, so human shaman Tilonali's skin shifter, human shaman, right? I attack with that, and when it attacks, no, because when it attacks means it's already past the point.
Yes.
Right.
Already passed the point.
Right. I don't need humans. Oh, this is so frustrating. I already have a thing that gives them all that. Yeah, I really don't need humans. I need anything but humans. Here's a legendary fox and Luca. Not quite what I was looking for. I'm gonna keep going. Like this Bloodlust Inciter is a human warrior. Okay, Goblin Pirate is a 1/1 haste, right? Like literally what I could use. I could use one of them. Wow, is that it? Goblin Motivator, and then there's a Goblin Javelineer. Goblin Javelineer looks good. Fanatical Firebrand looks good. Perpetually.
Perpetually.
Okay, right? Choose a creature card in your hand. It perpetually gains haste, right? So, It's
Is
just
there a
that.
follow-up question to
I
that?
guess not. It's just that. I mean, I can tap the kobold to give target creature card in my hand to perpetually gain taste. Wouldn't that effectively solve the problem?
It
No.
will give something haste.
It'll give something haste, but it would gain haste perpetually, and perpetually means for the rest of this game. All intents and purposes, this has haste on it.
Yes.
Now, the only way to negate this is to literally put like the same perpetual. This creature does not have haste. If
Yeah,
was
that would be
something-
that would be a way. I mean, I don't know if that's
Yes, it
ever
does.
going to be a
No, it does
thing,
not.
but yes.
Right, I'm just making sure, like, I'm trying to understand, because I would read things that say, like, perpetual on it, and I'm like, Drew, you have to calm down with that, because you're definitely seeing it, and then your whole world is going, perpetual, and I'm like, calm down, boy, calm down. It doesn't mean every turn. I mean, it does mean every turn, but, like, calm down.
Permanently.
Right.
Permanently is it affects the card, so whether it goes to your graveyard, library, hand, it keeps it for the rest of this game.
So I actually need... Oh my god. I may play Goro Goro.
I love Goro Goro.
Like, that would be a thing to do, right?
I like Goro Goro. I think he's
What's an
so
attacking
good.
modified creature?
A
Creatures that
modified
gain
creature
haste.
is with an enchantment, equipment, or a counter.
So his number one doesn't actually modify them.
No.
But any gear they're wearing. But utility knife would.
Utility knife wood. Yep. Utility knife wood.
Wayward Guide Beast, right? Just because it's a 1-drop with haste.
I'm stuck on the utility
I guess-
knife thing. We need to talk about how that was acceptable ever in your life.
Dude, because just like that saying, it can only happen once per turn. You know what I mean? And on so many of those things, I don't know why I stopped reading.
I don't know why I stopped reading.
Do you want a better description as to what happened? I have no explanation, but I did it a bunch because all these cards say that, and I'm like, oh, it wasn't just once either. Embarrassing.
It wasn't just once. Man.
Okay, that was the one that fucked me up. And I'm looking right at it. It's a fearsome whelp. It's a 1/1 dragon flying haste. At the beginning of your upkeep, dragon cards in your hand perpetually gain this spell cost 1 less to cast. And like in my brain, for some scary fucking reason, that was cascading. So like, this turn it cost, like, all my dragon cards cost 1 less to cast. Next turn, all the dragon cards that are new draws cost 1 less to cast, but the old draws now cost 2 less to cast. Do you get me? And I was like,
That's
why
how that
would you-
works.
That is not how that works.
That's exactly how that card works, actually. What?
Oh my god, I'm having heart problems. Are you serious?
That's exactly how that. It's 100%. What? I'm like, what? Reading the card explains the card. You know?
So it gains a counter that says that?
No, it doesn't gain anything. The physical card changes, right? So in your hand, the mana cost will go down 1. Next turn, the mana cost will go down 1.
And it's not about it just costing 1 less, like the way that dinosaur spells cost you 1 less to cast.
No,
just-
that particular card for the rest of the game will cost 1 less.
But you said next
As
turn it would cascade then. So like if I didn't
Right,
play
so
the
so
dragons-
no, so you have the cards in your hand,
Yeah.
right? The ability triggers. The physical card in your hand changes.
Yeah, no, that
Next
happened.
turn,
Okay.
turn, it physically does it again.
It physically
And
does it again.
The
so now
next
has
turn, it
2.
physically does it again. So as long as you have the card in your hand and that dragon stays out every
where
turn. The casting
where
cost
this
goes
is
down.
lost on haste perpetual, this is it not being lost in dragon cards cost less.
Yeah, I mean, giving your creature haste twice doesn't do anything.
Right. Okay. So that was fucking me up because why the fuck do I care that this creature has perpetual haste? I guess you care because it doesn't matter if it gets exiled, to an extent.
Yeah, well, even if it's in exile, it still has it.
I guess, but I mean, like, as long as these cards are in my hand, I might just sit on 5 dragon spells just to make it.
Yeah, but then you die. You're not playing anything.
Yep.
The whole point is.
Yep, you're right. You're right. Somewhere in my brain, it's seeing something that doesn't exist. Bear with me. Untie the knot. Tell me the deck couldn't be possible. It was.
I
Seeing
mean, no, that's in my dragon deck, right? Like,
was
it's a
seeing some
2-drop.
sort of zombie dragon deck that somehow allowed you to continuously play dragon cards from your library, specifically targeting dragon cards, right? So that they would can be counted as in your hand until the dragons are basically free.
I mean, you
Or-
can use Maskwood Nexus to turn all of the creatures in your deck and hand and graveyard into dragons,
That's insane.
and then you can, like you can do that. I don't know why you would want to do that, but you can.
So, what I'm making a mistake with in looking for the creatures that cost up to 3 with haste is that they're all bringing in only 1 creature, and if I'm spending the mana, I should also try to bring in more than 1 creature.
No, because they're themselves a creature, and they're
Mhm.
bringing in a creature, so they're bringing in 2 creatures.
Yeah, but I mean, like, couldn't I find an instant that says play 2 goblins with haste?
I mean, if the one exists.
Let me open it up to instants and sorceries. I guess artifacts, enchantments, and planeswalkers, everything. Let me open up to everything. Here at the beginning again. Let's see.
Oh, Michelle's about to be pissed at me. Hold on. My phone died a little while ago, and I put it on the charger, and then I never turned it back on. I guarantee you Michelle tried to call me. Okay. Oh. Michelle has not tried to call me. See, now I'm like that jerk. Uga, come on, stop.
Big Spender. Holy shit, that's a card. Devil Citizen. Are you familiar with this card?
Is it one of the Streets from New Capano cards?
It says A22.
Oh no, that's one of the alchemy cards.
Can I use that, or is that gonna?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a for 1 red and 1. It's a Devil Citizen. Yes. 2/1 haste. Whenever 1 or more creature you controls become blocked, create a treasure token.
That's not bad.
Right. I mean, for the theory crafting, that'll And then it has sacrifice 2 artifacts, draft a card from Big Spender's spellbook, which apparently is a card called Stuffed Bear.
Well, you right click on it and it shows you all the cards that are in his spellbook.
Oh, okay. Oh, and I just pick one of those ones?
Well, they randomly give you 3, and you get a choice of. You get to choose which one of the 3, but you don't. It's like random which one that you get.
I like it. Wait, what's this Bloodthirsty Adversary? I like the card, but not for this deck. Because I really don't have, Yes, I do. Can I afford that? Yes, I can. We're absolutely getting one of them. Carlash. Tifling? Oh, okay. I thought it said trifling, and I was gonna be like, that's not a really... Trifling barbarian.
Yeah.
I need 10 more cards too. Come on. No, that's not it.
There's also the Planeswalker that does that perpetual your dragons cost one less thing.
That's just terrifying to me.
Yeah, Sarkhan Wanderer of Shiv. He also makes it so that it changes all of their mana cost to colorless, so they can eventually cost 0.
Even more terrifying. I feel like I should really have a bunch of cards already set up for this, and I really don't. You know what? Let me take the creatures out and look at it that way. There's one. It's good. Wow.
Ow.
It's a bad idea right there. Aww. Angel Fire Ignition. Do I think this is a good card and it's a waste of my time, or is it just decent but there's not really like
It's okay. It's okay. It's not like the best,
like,
but it's not like the
that's like
worst either.
the card for Feather, right?
Yeah, it's like a card rather.
Right, but then like that's it, and then I'm just doing the two of them. That's it. It's stupid. No, I'm stupid.
Pretty much, it's a card for feather, but
All right, I need 7 more cards here. I am attacking. I'm bringing things in. Let me look at the mana really quickly. I have 32 plus 5, so I have 37 lands out of 100 cards. Is that accurate? Is that too many, too few?
I mean, it's not. So the number I've been running lately is I've been running exactly 40 lands, and then I've been running like anywhere between 5 and 10 like ways to accelerate mana, whether that's like a mana dork or a mana rock or something along those lines. Just because the shuffler, man.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm looking at. So I don't mind paying or putting some more lands in there, but I'm like, should I be trying to put mana fixers in there? And I kind of feel like I should. Let me see what I have for white.
I also
and
don't
red.
know what a lot of these
Yeah.
alchemy cards do because I
Alright, that's not bad. The Fury Come Snarl isn't terrible. You reveal a mountain or plains, or it comes in tapped. I like that. So that's 38. And if nothing else, I'll just add the other ones. Sundown Pass again, not terrible. If I can control 2 or more of the lands, it comes into play. Untapped. Maybe it is worth that scry.
um there she is.
Oh my god,
Hold on.
that hurt.
Well, what happened with my phone died? And I plugged it out the charger, and then I got about like 15 minutes I'll just make money. I bet you called me like 5 times a day for the phone, and I went by with my phone. Everyone else, oh that jerk, just like I can immediately. I was like, oh, I'm such a jerk. I'm such a jerk that I didn't answer the phone. And I was like, oh, she's just a jerk that you get the phone. I think I had that. But I did. Come on. It says preparing video image. Oh. That link popped. Well, let me call you back. Okay.
Son, I am queued up and I'm ready for love.
Okay, I fixed it. I turned off the Wi-Fi. I turned off the Wi-Fi on my phone, so I could fix. Now you just got the Wi-Fi. Look, if I'm nice and clean, what key is that? Look, I did it all by myself. Right. Yeah. I had Puka sitting with me here for a little bit, but he has to learn that he's gonna have to kill. I also hold on. I also